What's going on YouTube? Carbide 97 back with another Transformers review. Today we're taking a look at the Transformers Generations Legends class Optimus Prime with Roller. Cool little set. We're going to take a look at him in robot mode, transform him from vehicle mode into robot mode, however you want to say that. And then we're going to compare him with some of his friends, some of his counterparts, whatever. Gives you a size comparison. And let's get into it. See what we've got going on. Oh, by the way, if you heard that tune at the beginning, that's from the band Project 86. You need to check them out. They're well worth your time. Alright, so here we have him back into his truck mode, into his alt mode, and he's alongside his little companion Roller. And as you can see, Roller has a little storage for his weapon. Let's go ahead and take a close look at Roller before we get into the good stuff. I'll go ahead and just zoom in here. As you can see, he has this port on the top. Storage for the weapon. Works out pretty nicely. Alright, and to transform him into his robot mode, he is a triple changer, technically. You have him here, and you're going to do this. Ta-da-da! I remember somebody else like this. Who was that? Ground Stumper, Ground... the guy that belongs to Tailgate. Anyway, so there he is in robot mode, and he does have arms, so that's cool. So it's not just, you know, just a stub. And that's pretty cool. He's actually got little ports in his hands, which is nice, because he can take Optimus's gun when OP's not using it. And he can hold it, and, you know, right there, that's perfectly proportional. You know, why not have a gun that's, I don't know, 10% taller than yourself? I would. Wouldn't you? If you had the option, would you not own a gun that was at least this much taller than you? I mean, especially if you were strong enough to hold it with one hand. I dig it. I think that's pretty neat. So, we're going to go ahead and set him to the side for now. We'll get into his third mode in just a moment. Send him back. Let's bring up our buddy, Optimus Prime. Roll on into the spotlight, Prime. So here he is in his robot mode, and as you can see, you know, it's a Legends class. What do they call it? Cyberverse class, if you'd like. He's got his feet right there, so he can just stand up in a truck. You know, I don't see that it would have been that much work to design his feet into a way that they could have collapsed and not look like little quarter pipes for rolling. Whee! Whee! Skater punk, get out of here. He's got nice coloring. I mean, his design, if you look at the IDW comic books, if you read those, you'll notice that his design is pretty accurate to the comic book. As far as the front end, this back is not quite. If you flip them up here, not a whole lot of visible robot parts underneath there. Some sort of coil suspension underneath here or something for a robot mode or something. Nice little bit of detail, that's all I'm saying. You can just see the back of his head, which is nice. You can actually take his gun here, and if you'd like, plug it in there, and there you go. Not an unreasonable configuration, but let's go ahead and take a look at him alongside some of his counterparts. Here he is alongside Transformers Prime, Beast Hunters Cyberverse Commander class Optimus Prime, or Little Baby Beefimus Prime. Set him over here like that. Here he is alongside Night Watch, Cyberverse sized Commander class Optimus Prime, and for a constant size comparison, I did this in my first video. If you saw that, you'll get this. And actually, it's pretty utilitarian. So if you don't like it, or if you don't understand it, just go to Walmart and pick yourself up a mason jar. This is, I'm not sure what size this is. I think it might be a 16 ounce. I know that's more than 8 ounce. Probably a 12 ounce can. 12 ounce mason jar. So there you know about what size these guys are in comparison, because you don't know how big my hands are. So Anywhere there he is alongside those guys and a mason jar. And just for further comparison, here is with a light bulb. Because pretty sure most everybody has a light bulb. If you don't have a light bulb, well, I guess there are quite a few people who don't have these kind of light bulbs anymore, so Anyway, let's get on to transformation. Let's take these guys out of here. So you guys appreciate your assistance. And we will go ahead and get him into robot mode. So first thing you're going to want to do, and I'm not doing this according to the instructions because I tossed the instructions because after all, he's not a Rubik's Cube or, you know, leader class Optimus Prime or anything. All right, so I would just take his legs, bring them down. I said, there we go. All right, so that's good. Just go ahead and bring them down, get them out of the way. And then right in here, you can see in here, you can just pop these arms out. Really, you can just squeeze back here. Do you see that? I'll do it again. You can squeeze on these two back portions, and his arms just pretty much come loose. So that's one way to do it. And then you just want to bring him out like that, and he's got his little shoulder pads here. And these shoulder pads move, and I'm not completely sure why. I don't know what else you might do with them. I mean, I guess you could bust them off and flip them around, but anyway, that's how I leave them, just like that. And there you go. No, I'm just kidding. So then you can take this grill panel with the headlights and all, pop that out, and you can see where it came from. There's this little tab here that goes into that slot there, which is actually just the separation between his chest panels here. And then you can take him and pivot his torso around. Now you can go ahead and bring him. Did you see that? If you bring this down, there's just that little bit. Let's go do that one more time, just so you can get a good glimpse of how that works. Right there. That's a neat little piece of engineering. I'm impressed by that stuff. I'm a simple guy, like I said before. Pretty simple guy, impressed by simple stuff. If you could show me a toothpick that I could fold up. So there's Optimus Prime. Scary eye. Oh, look! If you've seen Transformers 4 Age of Extinction, look! It's supposed to be locked. Alright, anyway. Sorry. Back to the topic at hand. You can split that open, revealing his little Autobot faction symbol. And then you get your thumbnail right in here, behind the hole. You can see is when you split those chest panel, his antenna or ears, whatever you want to call them, are revealed, and you can take that and just work it. Work it up. Work it. Or take the gun, stick it in there, and then come on. Here's it again. I'm gonna have to figure this out again. Just a second. Yeah, like I said before, you just take this gun, shove it in here. You can do it sideways, and then bring it out. Mine was pretty tight. I don't know if all of them are gonna be like that, but then there you go. You've got his head out, and you stand him up. Get the chest panel separated just how you like it, and there you have him in pretty much vehicle mode. Now, one thing you can do, you can come back here. You can see this all dangling back here. You can take this, and if you notice here, you have a little bit of a joint. You can take this whole section and then shove it up like that, kind of get it out of the way, and then you can take this grill section and just kind of squeeze it back in there. There's nothing for it to tab into, but it'll stay. It'll stay just fine, all on its only, as my kids would say. So let's get that chest panel back open. And now we can get back to his companion, who comes packaged with him, little Mr. Roller. And he is a target master. So what you're going to do, put his arms down if you'd like. This is another personal choice, but this is how the instructions show it. You just basically grab hold anywhere here on the blue, grab on his wheels, and then push him back. Or you can do it this way. Grab here, grab the windows, pull back. Either way, you can see how it works. It's on a couple of hinges there. Drop it there. Then you have his little handle. Pop that out so Optimus can grab hold of him. And there you have a double-barrel blaster. Cool thing about this little double-barrel blaster is that not only can Optimus hold it, but if that's not enough firepower, of course you can hold this, you know, pop him in his hand right here. Okay. And that's cool, you know. Old West style looking double shooting. Pow, 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 pow. Bring it out, Johnny. I'm willing to take you down. Alright, so you have Roller here in his gun mode. Take his regular blaster, little tiny peg, pop it in right there. Boop! Yeah, triple barrel blaster. What you got? Bring it, Megatron. You got nothing. Pow, pow, pow. Yeah, that's how we play. That's how we roll. Alright. And I think that's really it for Roller, so we'll just stand him up there. And now that we have him in robot mode and he's all fancy pantsed out, we go ahead and take a look at him side by side with some of his companions again. So here he is alongside Nightwatch Prime. And here he is with Baby Beef, with the battle blades from Nightwatch. And just because it's funny, the mason jar. And while we're here, there's a light bulb. Pick your Prime. They're all cool. So if you're looking for this guy right now, this is July 30th, 2014. He's available at Target. They had a sale on him. He was down to just right around $9. You can pick him up there. Occasionally, you can find him at Walmart. Our Walmart doesn't carry any of the Generations figures, so my Walmart sucks. But hey, at least I found him, right? And you can find him online. You can go to HasbroToyShop.com and get a hold of him. I believe you can still find him on the Big Bad Toy Store and various other Transformer dedicated websites or just toy collecting websites. You can find him. So before we go out, let's take a closer look at this super cool head sculpt. Really digging the little paint they managed to dab inside of his eye sockets there. Whoa. There you go. Looking as primal as Prime can. So if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Check out the sponsors. Well, they're not really sponsors. They're just companies I dig. Nobody pays me to do this. I just love doing it. Check out Project 86. And this is Carbide 97 saying peace out.